All right, let's talk about something we all do every single night, sleep. We're about to challenge one of the most fundamental rules about it. It's a rule you've probably been following for years, but what if I told you it's been holding you back from getting truly great rest?
You know the one. We've all had it drilled into our heads. 8 hours. It's the magic number, right? It's what our fitness trackers praise us for, and it's the standard we feel so guilty about when we don't hit it.
But is it really the goal? What if chasing those 8 hours could actually be making your sleep worse? What if the clock isn't the most important tool for measuring how well you've rested? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to dismantle that 8-hour myth, look at quality versus quantity, and introduce you to something called the architecture of your sleep. Then we'll compare a perfect night to a chaotic one and show you exactly why quality beats quantity every single time.
Okay, let's dive right into this rule we all live by. For so many of us, the pressure to hit that 8-hour mark creates this sleep anxiety. We find ourselves racing to bed, just hoping to clock in enough time.
The thing is, this whole approach is just so one-dimensional. It kind of assumes that time in bed automatically equals quality rest. But you and I both know that's not true, right? Anyone who's ever tossed and turned all night can tell you that. It completely overlooks a much more important factor.
And that brings us right to the heart of it. We really need to shift our focus from how long we sleep to how well we sleep. It's basically a showdown between two totally different ways of thinking about rest. So on one side, you've got duration. It's simple. It's all about the clock. You're just measuring time. But on the other side, you have architecture. And this is where things get interesting. This focuses on the blueprint of your sleep, its underlying structure. Think of it this way. It's not about the size of the building, it's about how well that building was designed and built.
So what in the world is this blueprint? Let's get into the single most important concept for understanding what makes for a great night of sleep. It's architecture.
To put it simply, sleep architecture is just the pattern of your sleep stages all through the night. Your brain isn't just switching off. It's actually running through a very specific sequence of operations, kind of like a program, over and over again. Now, one of these full, healthy sleep cycles lasts for about 90 minutes. You start by drifting off into light sleep, then you drop down into deep sleep, that's for physical repair, and then you come back up into REM sleep, which is for dreaming and memory. The real secret to waking up refreshed is completing this entire cycle, again and again, without interruptions. Okay, so now that we've got this idea of a complete cycle down, let's see why it matters so much. We're going to put two very different nights of sleep head to head. First up, here we have 6 hours of perfect sleep. See the structure? It's just 4 clean, complete, 90-minute cycles. Boom, 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 boom. This person is getting the full benefits of deep sleep and REM sleep 4 times over. It is incredibly efficient and super effective.
Now, compare that to this. This is 8 hours of chaotic sleep. Yeah, it's more time in bed, right? But look at the architecture. It's a disaster. It's fragmented, it's broken. Those gaps are interruptions, maybe from stress, maybe your phone buzzed, maybe the cat jumped on you. The cycles never get to finish properly. So this person spends more time in bed but wakes up feeling absolutely exhausted because the real restorative work never got a chance to complete.
So, you see, the verdict is pretty clear. The person who got 6 hours of structured, uninterrupted sleep is going to feel way more rested than the person who got 8 hours of fragmented, chaotic sleep. It's not even close.
So let's just break down why. Completing those full cycles is absolutely non-negotiable for repairing your body and locking in memories. Every single time you get interrupted, that whole restorative process has to restart from a much earlier stage. So our goal needs to change. We should be aiming for more efficient, structured rest. And that's a goal you can actually work towards. So here it is, the new mantra. It's time to stop obsessing over the number 8. Instead, start focusing on designing your rest. Think about creating an environment and a routine that protects those precious, precious sleep cycles. You are the architect here. You see how that reframes the whole challenge? It's not about magically finding more time in your day. It's about protecting the quality of the time you already have. It really puts the power back in your hands. So the question I want to leave you with is, how will you design your rest tonight?